Hello, everyone. This is Deborah Jason speaking to you today on the Shweiki Media Weekly Expert Webinar Series. If you are thinking about a new website for your company or a redesign of an existing one, careful planning is of the utmost importance. Whether you are working with an agency team or an independent copywriter and designer, the information you provide may make the difference between first-rate and second-rate marketing content. The results of poor planning may mean that you end up with less than you envisioned while spending more than you expected. Now, while it may take some extra effort on your part, keep in mind that the energy you put into this beforehand will save you time and money in the long run. That's why I'm sharing 7 planning pointers that will help you get started. Are you ready? Pick up a pen and paper and let's begin. Step number 1 is to clarify your goals. Websites are created for a variety of reasons, so what is it that you want to achieve with yours? Do you want to build your brand, generate new leads, sell more product, or educate your audience? Chances are you may want to achieve one or more of the goals you see listed here. But be clear before you get started. So here's an example. The goal for a domestic violence support website was to educate the audience as well as get donations. This drove the content so that the content's purpose was to let the community know about the value of the support team's services, encourage cash gifts and item donations, and find volunteers. The clear goal was to communicate this in a way that was informative and concerned versus scary and threatening. It delivered a serious message that was conveyed in a simple and straightforward manner. The website shared resources, it educated viewers about warning signs, and it delivered success stories and testimonials. So once you clearly clarify your goals, move on to step number 2. Number 2 is to describe your product or service. Is the subject of your website going to be about a single product or a complete line? Will it be about a service you offer or a program you're teaching? Perhaps you're an author, so it's about a book you're promoting. Once you've decided this, everything else falls into place. In order to describe your product or service, you need to understand the challenge, the issue that your target audience faces. What keeps them up at night? I want you to determine your single strongest selling benefit and understand why would somebody purchase your product over the competition's. Think about what makes you or your product special. Then compile a list of benefits and features. And by the way, this will help a copywriter write a more powerful website for you. List all the benefits and prioritize them in order of importance. But please be sure that you convert the features and translate them into customer benefits. In other words, how does this help me being your prospect? Here's an example of how to do that. So you're promoting a portable dishwasher. The feature is that it has a 10-minute operating cycle. To translate into the benefit, it means it gets you out of the kitchen faster. It does a load of dishes in just 10 minutes. Another feature might be it measures 18 inches in diameter. Convert that into a benefit, and you get something that is small enough to fit on a countertop and doesn't take up valuable floor space. So the next step in this process is step number 3. Identify your market. Who is it that you serve? It's important to know your audience and who they are. Are they busy professional women? Are they self-help enthusiasts who like yoga or meditation? Or maybe your audience is children, or better yet, the parents or grandparents of those children. Think about the demographics. What's the age, the income, the educational background, or the marital status? But even more important is, what are the psychographics, the lifestyle information of the people that you're speaking to? Do they prefer beach or ski vacations, dining out or eating at home? Do they pay with credit cards or cash? Do you know what's important to them and what isn't? What are their likes and their dislikes? Remember, your website's content should push their buttons, address their challenges and concerns, and then offer a solution. This is best accomplished when you've gathered a lot of information about what those needs and concerns might be, what keeps your audience up at night, and how can you make their lives easier personally and or professionally. So understanding your audience, here's an example. Keep in mind that the tone of your website differs if you're talking to an audience of CEOs versus administrative personnel. One company that I did some work for had two different audiences, health administrators and nurses. So as a nursing recruitment firm, one page spoke to nurses looking for jobs in hospitals, and it started out with, looking for a placement service that offers you more than just another job? The content continued to explain that they could find a job where they could decide where and when they wanted to work, they could get paid well each and every week, and they could take vacations whenever they wanted. That was language speaking to the nurses. But the company also addressed hospital administrators, administrators looking for quality, well-trained nurses. So that headline you'll see on the bottom of the slide said, looking for a placement service that offers you more than just another helping hand? And the content continued with, find where we have an abundance of nurses. Nurses who want to work on a temporary basis yet are highly qualified in the specialties that meet the demands of your healthcare facility. So I hope you can see how knowing your audience can make the difference in your content and how you can change your content to fit the needs of that audience. Let's move on to step number 4. Define your brand. You want the tone of your website copy to be compatible with your image. After all, it is a direct representation of you and your organization. Your website can convey that your firm is personal and friendly, large and powerful, cooperative and understanding, or solid and confident. Here's an example. When Prince passed away in 2016, Jimmy Fallon said, larger than life, fashion, music, you couldn't take your eyes off him. I mean, he had his own color. Who has their own color? He owns purple. Yes, purple was synonymous with Prince. After his passing, the Empire State Building was lit up in purple, the Eiffel Tower, Niagara Falls, Chicago's skyline, and more. So whether it was a conscious effort on his part or not, you could say the color purple became part of Prince's personal brand. So what can you learn from Prince about personal branding? It's a phrase that you hear more often than not today, but did Prince think about it when he came onto the music scene in the 70s? I think not. I am of the opinion that Prince did what was in his heart. He expressed himself through his music, his words, and his fashion. And today, we call that personal branding. It's about who you are at your core, being true to yourself and what you stand for, and the values you hold dear to your heart. As Dr. Seuss said, why fit in when you were born to stand out? So what we talked about today were planning steps number 1 through 4 for increasing your readership online. After listening to this webinar, I want you to sit down and take time to clarify your goals, describe your product or service, identify the market that you serve, and define your brand. In the webinar that follows, we'll cover the planning steps for number 5 through 7, steps designed to help you increase your readership online. My name is Deborah Jason, and I'm the author of the award-winning book, Millionaire Marketing on a Shoestring Budget. It's available on Amazon, or you can order an autographed copy at millionairemarketingonashoestringbudget.com. I am also a speaker, trainer, copywriter, and multifaceted marketing mentor. Marketing and writing with heart, not hype. I speak about the value of nurturing deeper relationships and the art of engagement as they apply to helping you generate leads, attract a steady stream of happy clients, and network online and off. You can find me online at deborahjason.com and rightdirection.com. On behalf of the Shweiki Media Weekly Expert Webinar Series, I thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for this session. And I'll look forward to seeing you again on another webinar in the near future. Have a heartwarming day, and here's to your sweet success. Remember, now is the time to let your light shine and live your dream. Thanks a million for listening today.